Shark Tank, an ABC business pitch program that debuted in 2009, has seen it all. The program, which has recently begun its 14th season, has a straightforward premise: entrepreneurs and innovators present their goods to actual investors, called sharks. The sharks assess the offerings and choose whether to invest their own funds in the startup businesses. Every time you watch an episode of Shark Tank, an entrepreneur always appears to present at least one item that makes you exclaim. Though this feature often contributes to Shark Tank's attractiveness. The show's ratings would probably decline if every item or service promoted on air was acceptable and ideally suited to a certain target audience. Imagine a program with a title like Shark Tank, the show where entrepreneurs with realistic expectations offer rational items based on in-depth market research. The show's creators may sometimes include an unusual product, like pet paint, which is described as colored hairspray for your dog, to keep things interesting. However, Barbara Corcoran did submit a proposal. Another option is Squirrel Boss, a bird feeder with the additional capability of electrocuting squirrels when activated. I'm not kidding. But sometimes, one of these apparently odd Shark Tank items may get funding. You don't think so? Here are 5 of the most bizarre products that did get funding. 10. UroClub. If you play golf, you probably already know this tale. When nature calls, you're far from the clubhouse on the back 9. There are other options, such as hiding in the woods or looking for a bathroom, but isn't there a more practical one? The UroClub, a false golf club with a secret reservoir where you may pee, is now available. Simply detach the club's handle cap to fill it full. Even a privacy towel is included to help you cover yourself while using it. Don't worry, it won't seem odd at all. The founder of UroClub, Dr. Floyd Seskin, entered the Shark Tank and requested $25,000 in return for 51% ownership of his business. Kevin Harrington made a transaction for a massive 70% stake because he saw potential in it as a novelty item. Dr. Seskin said he would have accepted even less since he knew Kevin would make the UroClub a huge success. 9. Color of pet. Put down that Rust-Oleum can. Spray painting your dog can be done better. Pet paint is a perfectly risk-free method to give your schnauzer some flair. This product is for you if you've ever looked at Fido and thought a lovely green would make him pop. The possibilities are unlimited. You may use creative stencils to decorate your dog, create a purple hamster, or dress up your cat as a skunk. There must be many canine Michelangelos out there since Pet Paint, which aired on Shark Tank, has become a huge hit. 8. Original cat illustrations. Billionaire Mark Cuban invested $25,000 for a 33% share in a business offering personalized cat drawings in Season 3 of Shark Tank. This is true. I realize that is unexpected, but it really did happen. Entrepreneur/professional stick figure cat artist Steve Gadlin had a vision of using the internet to bring personalized cat art into every household. Without a doubt, Mark Cuban held on to that ideal. Even though the firm recently went out of business, the I Want to Draw a Cat for You website still states that Gadlin and his crew will produce any cartoon cat arrangement you request for $29.95. Want a beach wedding between 2 cats? A huge talking pickle being fought by a ninja cat? A unicorn cat jumping across a rainbow? Then, a channel subscription will really be catatonic. 7. Amazing Lights, LED glove lights. When businessman Brian Lim entered the tank while sporting an enormous cartoon head, it seemed like something out of a science fiction film. The studio's lights dimmed, and a group of dancers wearing gloves started moving their hands. Their fingertips were flashing and whirling in a spectacular show of colors. Welcome to the realm of gloving, a contemporary dancing technique that includes the use of gloves with LED-lit fingers. These futuristic gloves are produced by Lim's business, Amazing Lights. And despite the fact that you would have expected the sharks to mock the product or disregard it as a novelty, they all ended up wanting a piece. Amazing Light's $7 million yearly sales at the time undoubtedly helped Lim's case. Ultimately, Damon John and Mark Cuban received the $650,000 agreement. The two sharks were given 5% of the business in addition to a 20% commission on any future licensing transactions. 6. City Kitty, a litter box training program for cats. This is another one of those goods that I feel compelled to acknowledge as being in the current world and being offered for sale. It is one of the most bizarre concepts in Shark Tank history, one that turns out to be effective and provides a solution. Let us explore the idea a little bit further now that any lingering doubt has hopefully been dispelled. A litter box that you place over your toilet seat is essentially what City Kitty is. After your cat gets used to using it, you may gradually remove the inner portion of the litter box, piece by piece. The litter box should be totally gone at the conclusion of the training, and your cat should be able to use the bathroom like a person, ideally. And even though it may sound a bit unusual to some, Kevin Harrington, a former shark, jumped at the chance and struck a contract with City Kitty creator Rebecca Rescate for $100,000. 20% of the company's shares were given to Harrington. 5. Booby Pack, a sports bra with built-in waterproof compartments. The finest clothing items seem to be those that successfully blend fashion with utility. Entrepreneur Christina Conrad, who created the Booby Pack unique bra, was cognizant of this opinion. The Booby Pack, which is marketed as the fanny pack for your rack, is not exactly a strange product, but the sharks were clearly interested in it. During the program, shark Robert Herjavec made Christina Conrad, the creator and CEO of Booby Pack, an offer, $80,000 for 30%. Conrad responded with $80,000 for 25%. Herjavec wouldn't move from 30% until suddenly, bang! Barbara Corcoran accepted the 25% bargain. 4. Kissticks. This lip balm makes your lips respond when you kiss. The idea is as follows: you apply one flavor of Kissticks lip balm, for example, raspberry, and someone else applies a second taste, for example, lemonade. When the two of you kiss, the two distinct flavors of lip balm will clearly smear together. Yes, there is a chemical response of taste and aroma after that. Dallas Robinson and Mike Bonomo, two college friends, accepted Mark Cuban's offer of $200,000 for a 40% stake in Kissticks because the concept was so exciting. The Huffington Post reports that Kissticks' website traffic increased by 3,000% and that they sold more than 5,000 units as a result of their presence on the program. 3. Beatbox beverages, wine cocktails are supplied in bags and packaged in a stereo-like box. As long as we're talking about unusual taste combinations, let's look into Beatbox beverages. The brand was founded by co-founders Brad Schultz, Amy Stedman, and Justin Fenchel with the idea that boxed wine doesn't have to be dull. All of the drinks from Beatbox beverages come in neon-colored stereo-like packaging. The bag-in-a-box party drink comes in a variety of flavors, including blue raspberry, cranberry limeade, and boxerita. After everything was said and done, Mark Cuban seemed to enjoy his meal. He acquired a third of Beatbox beverages in return for his $1 million investment. 2. 1031 Productions Live Fright Entertainment. It's probably reasonable to assume that most investors don't own a business that specializes in staging live horror events like haunted hayrides. But unlike other investors, Mark Cuban is an investor. It seemed probable that none of the sharks would strike a deal until businesswoman Melissa Carbone entered the Shark Tank with her group of horrifying ghouls. However, Cuban ultimately paid $2 million for a 20% share in Carbone's business. It was one of the largest transactions in the history of the program mill. 1. Chapel, cricket-generated energy bars. In many areas of the globe, Eating insects is a regular habit, but in the United States, the thought of snacking on bugs still makes many people queasy. However, entrepreneur Pat Crowley thinks that people may jump over this psychological obstacle of eating insects with the aid of his chapel bars, which are produced from cricket flour. This is significant to Crowley because, in comparison to conventional sources of protein like beef, insects are a far more sustainable source of protein. Both Robert Herjavec and Mark Cuban made bids when Crowley presented Chapel, a cricket bar, on Shark Tank. In the end, Cuban made off with the deal, $50,000 for a 10% ownership share in the business.